A beautiful morning from the Owl Athletic Complex here in mid-September, and today Keene State Field Hockey plays its fourth home game of the season as they welcome in the Fitchburg State Falcons. Greetings everyone and welcome back to Keene State Field Hockey. Ryan Goodwin here with you this morning. For Keene State, it was a successful week. They played a couple of games on the road for the first time this year and were able to win both. Tuesday night, they took down New England College 2-1 in the Battle of Route 9 by way of overtime. Grace Seabury's third goal of the season providing the heroics there. And then on Thursday night, it was a drubbing over down in Westfield against Westfield State. They took them down 7-1. Today, though, a good test for Fitchburg State squad that enters play today at 3-1 and is expected to be a force in the MASCAC this fall. They've also had a bit more rest this week as their last game came on Tuesday, a dominating 6-2 win at home against Riviere, team that Keene State beat here in their home opener. But the Falcons will have redemption on their minds today, as last year these two met down in Fitchburg and Keene State came away with a 7-2 win. So with that, here on Flow Sports this morning, let's get a look at the starting goalies for each squad. Fitchburg State in net today, it is Isabella Corcoran, 3-1 on the year, a 125 goals against average. She's made 23 saves this season to just 5 goals allowed. And as usual for Keene State, it's Clara Gorman, 5-0, a .99 goals against average, been very good, 16 saves and 4 goals allowed. Owls, of course, will start with the push at midfield. Grace Bazin with it. Glad you're with us on Flow Sports this morning, and we are underway. Keene State against Fitchburg State. Arkevicius for the Falcons pushes it up, taken now by Picard. Taken there by Zambrano, not a good pass though, taken by Grace Bazin. Now she sends it up toward net, and that one will go wide. So Corcoran getting the first look, although not a shot on net. And weather for this one as we get underway, about 67 degrees and overcast here in Keene, a lot more comfortable than conditions were last Saturday morning against Worcester State.
Do you want to get off of one for a second so I can try to fix it?
Yeah, we're off.
Seabury working, and now Keene will have it. Goodwin. Nice pass there up to Seabury.
Does that look better?
Owls pressing already, looking for an early opportunity.
Is it more straight?
Keene State coming in, of course, undefeated, 5-0. Last year they got off to a 9-0 start. Although they're going to have a tough game coming up on the road against Western New England. Back over to Murphy.
Right there.
Okay.
Vidal slaps it back to Picard. Myrna has the pass taken away by Zambrano. Fitchburg State, always a tough team in the MASCAC. Last year it was Westfield State who came away with the conference title. Vidal has to get past her, but recovers around midfield and now just sends it out. There's Ashley Willie. We'll play it in for Fitchburg State. Sharp pass there over to Samantha Yates. Now here's O'Brien weaving her way through the defense and nicely taken away there by the Owls. State their regular home Reds today, this morning. Up to Grace Bazin. Bazin trying to find Delanis a little too much, but Delanis recovers and gets it inside. And it goes out. So this will go to the Falcons. Keene State got off to a very fast start on Thursday night against Westfield on the road and never looked back. Continues a little stretch here against some MASCAC teams. Last Saturday they had Worcester State here. Went to Westfield on Thursday. Of course, that was kind of broken up by New England College on Tuesday in the so-called Battle of Route 9. Both teams about 45 minutes apart. New England College over in Henniker. Pass taken away there around midfield. Samantha Yates sending it up. 4 minutes in here and change to this one. Murphy trying to get it through. Couldn't quite shake the defense. A few red jerseys, though, able to take it away. And now pass up the sideline, but too hard, and it goes out of bounds. Taken now by Seabury. Owls with a good opportunity. Pass through to Grace Bazin. Bazin a shot off the side of the net. And it'll come back Fitchburg's way, but a good look there for Keene State here in the first few minutes. Goes back through to Bazin. Bazin inside the circle, drops it back for Seabury. Seabury takes a shot, deflected by a Fitchburg defender. And now they'll come the other way. Busy weekend here from the Owl Athletic Complex. It's alumni weekend. Some food outside the stadium. So soccer game about to commence as well. Parking lots were pretty full this morning. Fitchburg taking over now. Sun's starting to shine through the clouds a bit. Fitchburg trying to get a look now. They'll be their first, but a nice takeaway by Belle Heeman. Seabury trying to keep it in, and she does. Nice pass up to Grace Bazin. Bazin has Delanis as well inside, a shot and a save kicked away by Corcoran. And a corner coming up, first of the game for either side. It belongs to Keene State. It'll be Jenny Erickson who comes into the game, who will take it. Sophia Miranda coming off. Most of the white jerseys back at midfield. Erickson sends it. Heeman takes a shot and a great save by Corcoran. Ball still loose on the ground. Another corner coming up for the Owls. That was a push inside the circle. Like against Vidal. And Keene State will have another opportunity now, up 2-0 in the corners category. Last year, Fitchburg 10-9 overall, 8-2 in the MASCAC. Off to a good start this year. That one gets outside. Picard, pass back to Emma Bazin. Bazin a long shot, and that goes wide. So the Falcons will survive those first two corners of this game. Fitchburg last year making the MASCAC playoffs. They came up short, though, as they fell to Bridgewater State in the tournament semifinal. And that was after that was at home against Bridgewater State. That was after they beat them on Senior Day last year, just the game after. Of course, Keene State winners of the LEC last year on the road in Castleton. Beat Plymouth State here at home in the semifinal. High pass. Picard took it off herself there. Owls will play it. Pass to Erickson. Erickson able to keep it in. To Delanus. Trying to get inside the circle. Owls are going to have it. Vidal. Picard sends it inside. Grace Bazin again with another look. Inside, a shot. Oh, and a save again. In the win against Westfield, Goodwin will come off and Carr is going to come on. Owls honored Coach Watson in the pregame. Member of the Keene State Athletics Hall of Fame now. The induction coming this week. This past week as Fitchburg with a look. Nice defense though by Murphy. And of course, Coach Watson picking up her 500th career win in the season opener against Riviere. Now it was up to 5:04 with the 5-0 start. All time is Delanus. Nice pass inside to Bazin and a save again by Murphy. Nice takeaway right around the midfield logo. Erickson up to Picard. Back to Erickson. Nice passing there and again to Picard. Delanus inside the circle. Tries to get a look. Didn't get a clean shot off. But it's going to be a corner for Keene State. So the third already of the game. So we're past 10 minutes in here to the first quarter. 4:16 to go. It's already the fourth home game of the season for Keene State. Season that opened back on Friday, August 29th against Riviere. So in 6 games, road trip coming up and a shot. Oh, it's off the top. Crossbar. Oh my goodness. What a chance for Delanus. Just missing a goal there. Trying to elevate that one to get it past Corcoran, who's sprawled out on the ground. Some subs coming in for Fitchburg. Look at Guillaume coming on. Also Samantha Jones back on as well. Here's O'Brien getting past Bazin. Oh, and a nice pass inside the circle. Fighting for it is Murphy. Can't get it. A wide open net, and the shot goes wide. Gorman came all the way out defending that one. But the shot pushed wide left. Here's O'Brien again. It's poked away by Emma Bazin. Samantha Yates from the defense position, and this will come back to Keene. Might have got off a foot. Emma Bazin sending it up for Piasecki a little bit too hard. Patty trying to send it out, has it taken by Grace Bazin. Bazin inside, kicked out by Corcoran. Back to Seabury. And now this will go back to Fitchburg. They survive another good Keene State opportunity. Falcons led by fifth-year head coach Kayla Quinn, in a program that's had some success recently. Castriata coming on. Castriata had a goal, first of the season, against Westfield State on Thursday. To be played now by Fitchburg. And sent out of bounds, so Keene State going to take right back over. Castriata trying to find Picard against Guillaume. And another corner coming up will be awarded to the Owls. Get a glimpse of Keene State's upcoming schedule. And they will not be back home here for a couple of weeks, actually. It'll be Saturday the 27th. They'll be home against Husson. And then that next Wednesday, they'll be home against Endicott. Always a tough matchup between those two. Endicott took the Owls down last year in Beverly. Shot on goal, deflected. Piasecki, a great chance, and it's stopped. What a save by Corcoran. She's had a lot of tough looks here in the early going, but has answered the call to all of them. Miranda now with a takeaway. Grace Bazin has options inside the circle. Taken away. Carr playing tough defense there. Sent up toward midfield. Fitchburg trying to get another look. Back to Picard. And I guess maybe it hit a foot of a Keene State player. But all taken away. Now that's Carr bringing it up. Continues with it. Pass inside. There's Bazin trying to send it through to Piasecki, and that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. No score between Keene State and Fitchburg State. A lot of good looks for the Owls, but Corcoran on the Fitchburg side has stood tall. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes for the start of the second quarter on Flow Sports. Second quarter of play about to commence. And we are underway now between Fitchburg State and Keene State. Goodwin takes it back, coming on for Carr. A few other substitutions for the Owls at the end of the quarter. Quinn Mayu also on the field as well. Up to Seabury, a little too strong. Owls have by far had the more opportunities here in the early going, but it's really been tremendous play in goal from Isabella Corcoran that has kept them off the board to this point. Made a few great saves. Pass again to Bazin. Keene State will take it outside the circle. Seabury trying to bring it in, has it taken away. And now O'Brien sends it through the Owls defense. Right around midfield, now past it. Fitchburg trying to get a good look. Just outside the circle. And now taken by Murphy. Good defense there from Keene State. Strong whack there from Seabury, trying to find Delanus, a little too strong. Miranda. So remain with Keene. Upfield now. Mayu working against Narkevicius. Narkevicius able to win that one. And a nice pass upfield. Sophia Yates has it taken by Picard. Counterpart both wearing the number 6. Picard sends it toward the sideline. Delanus can't handle it cleanly. And it goes back to the Falcons. Off the stick there of Delanus, so they play with a high stick. It will remain with Fitchburg. Taken by Miranda. Delanus has speed, trying to get past the defense. About 3 minutes into the second quarter. Still no score between Keene and Fitchburg. Delanus inside the circle, and then a great pass, great save again by Corcoran. And a corner coming up as a result for Keene State. Wow, another great save by Isabella Corcoran. A great pass inside from Delanus, able to find Seabury, kind of a one-timer attempt. Pretty good turnout of people on this Saturday morning. Some alumni coming back to watch the Owls. Alumni of Keene State field hockey and their parents. Bazin, a long shot. Didn't get all the way through, like off a foot. Actually, no, this is gonna be a corner for the Owls. Off a foot of a Falcon. So Picard will play it in. 11:48 to go in the second. Keene State trying to finally get on the board. They've had by far again the most looks. Heeman takes a shot and it goes wide. Just wide left of the goal. Great opportunity there once again. Probably the best look, though, that Keene State has had. Megan Delanus had a play in front of the goal with Corcoran down on the ground, and she tried to elevate it past Corcoran, just hit it off the top crossbar. That was back in the first. Over to Picard. Keene State keeps it. Outside the circle, but trying to weave in is Picard.
I can't go too far right just because then you can see the other camera. So.
Picard pass didn't quite get through to Grace Bazin, but she takes it now. Another corner.
Yeah, no, if there's just ever a time where they're like off more to the side, I just won't be able to catch it. I'll just let you know.
This will be, I believe, the 7th corner of the game for Keene State. None for Fitchburg. Referee's whistle. Picard plays it in. Goes through outside of the circle to Goodwin. Goodwin pass to Heeman. Heeman couldn't handle it. And again, another corner. This will be the 8th already. Keene State has dominated statistically in offense this game. 6 shots on goal to none for Fitchburg, but nothing so far. Heeman, and a good defense, again, stout defense by Fitchburg. And now a chance the other way. Here comes Willie. Willie in on goal. Good stop defensively by Grace Murphy. And now this will go back to Keene. Murphy finding Miranda. Mayu able to get it to Grace Bazin. Grace Bazin weaving in. Takes a shot. It's going wide of the net. And this is going to remain with the Owls, but outside the circle as Mayu comes off. Vidal back on. Over to Picard, able to keep it in. Picard, nice move. Vidal, nice move as well. Remain with Keene. Emma Bazin outside the circle. Has it taken away. This will stay with Fitchburg. A couple subs about to come on for them, as well as Lila Carr and freshman Lucy Dickinson for Keene State. Talia Zambrano and Leah Kavanaugh about to come in for Fitchburg. Falcons with it, 8:30 to play here in the second. Pass got trickled through. So remain with Fitchburg. Clock continues to run outside of the circle. Also, L. McDonald about to come on as well in red. Got the start last Saturday against Worcester State. That one sent in on the circle. Wide open goal. Gorman sprawled out. And the Owls survive that charge. By far the best look that Fitchburg has had so far. Goodwin, nice pass up to Seabury. Seabury to Grace Bazin. Has Delanis if she wants it up top. Gets it to her. Delanis inside. Another good look. Grace Bazin had a chance. Can't quite get the shot off. Would have been off of Miranda's foot. Back to Fitchburg. Samantha Jones tried to send it through, taken by Vidal. Nice defense there from Markevicius. Narkavicius weaving her way through. Pass got deflected. And now Seabury at midfield, sending it up for Grace Bazin. Grace Bazin weaving past the defense. A shot gets blocked, and it's off a foot. That's a Keene State corner. Ninth of the game for Keene State. None for Fitchburg. Gotta think the Owls will break through at some point. With all the opportunities they've had. Although Fitchburg the other way just had a great chance. Trying to make the Owls pay for all the missed opportunities. Vidal on the corner, plays it in. Heeman, pass to Picard. Picard trying to find Vidal. Nice pass from Miranda, back inside to Vidal. Bazin trying to keep it in. Another corner though for Keene. With 6:21 to go before halftime. Story of this game so far, a lot of great offensive looks for Keene. Some stout defense though from Fitchburg, and especially from goalie Isabella Corcoran. Over to Heeman. Heeman sends it inside. Corcoran sprawled out. Ball still on the ground. Bazin sends it across. Another save by Corcoran. Owls will keep it. It's going to be outside the circle. Goodwin will trot off. Carr comes on. Vidal over to Seabury. Seabury inside. And another corner. Dickinson still waits on the sideline for Keene, would suspect might be coming in for Grace Bazin. Seen that substitution from Coach Watson a lot this season. Vidal once again will play the corner for Keene State. Now they're 11th of the game. Short pass to Seabury. Seabury, a lengthy shot. And now it'll go back to Fitchburg off the foot of an Owl. So once again, Falcons surviving another corner. Willie has it taken. McDonald up to Delanis. Delanis moving inside. Takes a shot, didn't get a lot behind it. Taken by Miranda. Over to McDonald. Might have been off of Bazin's foot. Here's Picard. Over to McDonald. McDonald couldn't quite get it through. Deflected there by Michaela Quinn. Not a strong pass there. That goes, here's Samantha Jones. Fitchburg trying to mount pressure the other way. It's been hard to come by. Grace Bazin trots off. Lucy Dickinson on. Oh, and Murphy goes down to the ground. No call. Over to Lila Carr. Carr trying to find Seabury up top, but it's off a foot anyway of Fitchburg. Seabury inside. Gets the pass to Delanus. Another corner for Keene State. 3:25 to go here in the first half. Still nothing at this point on the scoreboard. So once again, Vidal will take it. Another look via the corner for Keene. Can they capitalize this time? Back to Seabury. Picard, nice move. Shoots it. On the ground is Corcoran. Ball still loose. And another corner. It's time 3:08 to go in the first half. Keene State last year took down Fitchburg on the road 7-2. But Fitchburg has certainly looked, at least on the defensive side, a lot better today to this point. Pass goes through the circle. Heeman trying to send it in. And now this will go back to Fitchburg. Trying to take advantage of the sudden change. Here comes Jones. Now has an army of red jerseys around her. Up now to Narkevicius. Carr got in front of that one, but Narkevicius trying to send it in, taken by Vidal. Nice defense there. Samantha Yates sending it through well wide of the goal, and Keene State will take it. So we tick down to about 2 minutes to go here in the first half. A little bit of blue sky trying to peek its way through. Been mostly cloudy here for this first half. Did see the sun a little bit earlier. Oh, nice move by McDonald, able to get past the defense. Try to send it in for Dickinson, who's got a lot of speed. And Dickinson now will play it outside the circle. Dickinson got her first collegiate goal in her first game against Riviere. Sent inside, here's a good look. And once again, to no avail. .1:15 to go in the first half. And now we approach the final minute. Taken by Seabury. Seabury plays it with kind of a high stick. And as a result, goes back to Fitchburg. Fitchburg nursing it in their own zone. And an interesting move. Perhaps trying to bleed down the clock here in this first half. Get it to halftime tied. But another good look coming up for Keene State as they're going to have another corner. So with 33 and change to go, maybe the last corner look that Keene State will have here in the first half. We'll see. They've had many. Played in by Vidal. Back to Heeman. Over to Picard. Picard, a long shot, and it's in! Not sure who will get the credit for it, but Keene State finally breaks through. It is Elise Picard with the goal. And Keene State finally breaking through here in the final seconds of the first half. There's a long shot there from Picard. Couldn't tell if it got tipped, it did not. And Keene State finally has the lead. They've outplayed Fitchburg State in this first half, certainly by a lot offensively, but Corcoran has stood tall up to that point. Carr with about 10 seconds now to go. For one last look here before the half. Final seconds here, tick away, and that is going to do it for the first half. A late goal here in the second quarter from Elise Picard puts Keene State in front, 1-0 at the half. We'll be back after about a 10-minute break to have the second half of action for you here on Flow Sports. Owls lead 1-0.
So when I ask students why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
If you're not here for Fandom 101, you're in the wrong class. Here, we learn the fundamentals of fanology, the basics of bringing the noise, and the physics of bringing it out. Your path to fan mastery begins here. It's all part of the curriculum. The NCAA Championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
I remember writing in the second grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset teacher.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
Turn this music on, we still dancing.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
All right, about ready to get the second half underway. Keene State in front 1-0 on Fitchburg State. A late first half goal from Elise Picard has the Owls up. They've by far had the most chances in this game, finally able to capitalize with a goal on the board. Fitchburg starts with it here in the second half. Both sides switching directions as far as offense goes. Keene State will now go right to left, with Fitchburg State left to right. Vidal sends it over to Goodwin, back in the game to start the second half. Trying to find Seabury, she does. Seabury pushing it through, but right to a Fitchburg defender, and now taken back by Delanis inside the circle, and another corner for Keene. Was a common refrain in the first half. Keene State dominating the corner battle. In fact, Fitchburg State to this point has not posted a corner. Be the 15th of the game for the Owls. 15-0 in that category. It'll be Heeman playing it in. Heeman, the transfer from Topsom, Maine. Back to Vidal. Plays it back to Heeman. Ball still loose, sent across, and now taken away there by O'Brien. Able to get it out of the circle. Fitchburg will survive that corner. That's been another thing that we said a lot in the first half. Despite the many corners, Fitchburg State has been able to survive most of them. Played out of bounds. Picard now will take it. Grace Bazin with it. Trying to get it through to Seabury, but has it intercepted. Pass upfield, trying to find Madison Butler. Butler now getting it over to Narkevicius. Up to Emma Bazin. Good defense again by the Falcons. Emma Bazin sending it up. Has it taken away. Trying to find older sister Grace Bazin. And this will go or continue the Owls' way. Picard will play it back from the red line. Belle Heeman coming off. Madeline Sylvester coming on her first minutes of this game on defense. Pass taken there by Murphy. And this will go Keene State's way. Murphy bringing it up toward midfield, trying to get it through to Grace Bazin. Has it taken away. Big hit there. This will go all the way through, and Sylvester's just going to watch it roll out of bounds. Hit 12 o'clock here local time. Game started a little bit after 11 a.m. Emma Bazin over to Miranda. Now to Delanis. Contact there. Good defense, though, and a takeaway from Samantha Yates. And now it finds its way back to Grace Bazin. Bazin sending it in wide right of the goal, as Isabella Corcoran remains in for Fitchburg. Be played on, and it will stay with the Falcons. 1-0 Owls lead. Vidal. This will go back to Keene. Vidal playing it upfield, trying to find Grace Bazin. Now Seabury from the left side running up. Incidental contact there. Bazin weaving inside. Bazin a shot. Ball still loose on the ground, and again, great defense from Fitchburg. Corcoran was sprawled out, but her defense helping her there. And now the other way, here comes Narkevicius working against Murphy. Has Butler up top, can't find her, in a takeaway by Grace. Piasecki will come on for Delanus. Goodwin pass up to Seabury. Seabury too strong there for Grace Bazin. Fitchburg takes over. Butler coming off for the Falcons. Guillaume coming back on. Up top trying to find Guillaume, and now off the stick of Murphy. Here's Emma Bazin. Miranda. Good one coming off, Carr on. Oh, and a whiff there on that one. Carr fresh off the bench. Trying to pass it to Grace Bazin. And another corner coming up for Keene. This will be their 16th. 8:46 to go here in the third. Keene State already in front by a goal. Had a lot more looks again, but stout defense from Isabel Corcoran and Fitchburg State has kept it to 1 goal for now. Shots on goal 9-1 in favor of the Owls. And total shots 20-3, also in favor of Keene. Picard will play it in on the corner. Drop back to Sylvester. Sylvester sending it into the circle for Grace Bazin. Ball still on the ground, kicked out by Corcoran, another corner. Corcoran not afraid to come out of goal there and try to defend that. Sent back, Heeman. Now to Emma Bazin, a shot, another save by Corcoran. Ball still loose in front of the goal, and now Fitchburg will take it back over. Corcoran has stood tall, just allowing that 1 goal to this point. And Fitchburg still very much in the game. They're trying to come back with a look of their own. Back to Keene State. Jenna Mills now coming back on for the Falcons. Bazin. Emma Bazin up top to Seabury. Seabury brings it up. Nice pass there to Emma Bazin. What a pass. Inside, trying to find Grace Bazin, working against a number of defenders. Sends it across the corner anyway. Keene State, at this rate, is going to easily pass 20 corners in this game. And Fitchburg still in search of their first. Just shows they have not had many looks on offense. Have had at least one really good chance, but not able to capitalize with it. It's going to be Vidal to play it in. 7:31, about halfway through the third quarter. Heeman sending it across. Great pass to Grace Bazin, and she buries it to make it 2-0 Keene State extending their lead. Bazin with a team leading, easily leading the team in goals, making it 2-0. And the Owls now have some breathing room. Goal late in the first half from Elise Picard. Now Grace Bazin adding on and trying to add another. Sending it into the circle for Piasecki. Oh, and what a great save again by Corcoran. Off her right pad. Belle Heeman getting the assist on that Bazin goal. Bazin again, sending it inside, another goal. It looked like that time it was Piasecki who was able to bury it. And within a minute, Keene State grows the lead from 1-3. See who gets the final credit, but I think it was Kalina Piasecki who had a final whiff at it. So Piasecki gets the goal. Owls really have room to breathe now. It's 3-0, starting to open this game up a bit. They had all the looks in the first half. Were only able to come away with one. But now finally starting to take advantage of Corcoran, who might be starting to fatigue a little bit with all the looks that she's had to face. Piasecki again, and this Fitchburg defense also perhaps starting to get a bit tired. Again, they had to see the vast amount of looks in the first half. A miss there, and now delayed call, but this will go back to Keene State. Vidal played back to Carr. Oh, and that one hit off of Kavanaugh. She's all right. Now this goes back to Keene. Or excuse me, to Fitchburg. Ella Di Matteo in the game for the first time. Over to Picard. Now Jenny Erickson. Played in for Piasecki. Piasecki trying a cross move there. Ball still on the ground. Picard keeps it for the Owls. Keene State bench wanted a corner. They will not get it. We tick down to 5 minutes to go in the third. Owls lead extended to 2. Goals from Grace Bazin, who leads the team in that category, and Kalina Piasecki. All within a minute of each other. Nice takeaway that time by Lila Carr. Up now to Grace Seabury. Seabury with a nice move. And Keene State will have possession still. Outside the circle, Carr finding Di Matteo, back to Carr. Fitchburg takes it the other direction. Up the field it goes. And a nice takeaway there by Murphy. She's played some good defense today. Sending it up for Di Matteo. And this will go Keene State's way once again. Owls can breathe a bit more, even though they had all the looks in the first half, just the one goal. And Fitchburg even had a look kind of towards the end of the half, right before the Owls were able to finally get on the board. Another good takeaway there by Murphy, just past midfield. Now up to DiMatteo, has it taken. Samantha Yates working against DiMatteo there. Seabury coming off, Nora Bargatti on. We'll have her first look in this one. O'Brien just can't get it through the Keene State defense. Over to Bargatti. Sent out of bounds. Like off a stick, though, of a Fitchburg defender. DiMatteo off, Castriata coming on. Carr trying to find Castriata, able to thread the needle a little bit. Here's Delanis trying to move it in, and call will go against Keene. So back to Fitchburg with 2:10 and counting down to play here in the third quarter. Delanis tried a nice move there. Opposite Samantha Jones. And now taken here by Carr. Carr up to Delanis. Delanis moving in, contact there. It's going to remain with the Owls, but outside of the circle. Minute and a half to go here in the third. Keene State now leading by 3. Ball sent back outside the circle. Vidal has it, working against a couple of Fitchburg defenders. And Keene State will hold on to possession. Keene State has dominated in the corner battle, dominated in shots on goal, and now with a comfortable lead on the scoreboard as well. Upfield taken by Erickson. We'll go to Keene State. Trying to find Dickinson there was Erickson. Butler tries to send it up, gets it past Vidal, but this will go right to the teeth of the Keene State defense, and Murphy up to Picard. 20 seconds to go here in the third. Again, goals this quarter from Grace Bazin and Kalina Piasecki, both within the same minute of each other. Sent upfield, trying to get it to Dickinson. Taken now by Vidal, and that is going to end the third quarter of play. The Owls extend their lead to 3 goals and have a nice, comfortable lead heading to the fourth, trying to stay unbeaten. We'll be right back and have the fourth quarter for you on Flow Sports.
So when I ask students why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience. So please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
Fourth quarter of play underway from the Owl Athletic Complex. Keene State leading Fitchburg 3-0. And ideally, now less than 15 minutes away from a 6-0 start to 2025. Fitchburg State trying to avoid falling to 3-2. Of course, neither of these teams have begun conference play yet. Keene State, though, will be beginning relatively shortly this coming Friday. They'll go down to Dartmouth to take on UMass Dartmouth, and that will open their conference play in 2025. And again, we mentioned a bit earlier in the game that Keene State will not be back here at the Owl Athletic Complex for a couple of weeks. It'll be a couple Saturdays on the 27th. They'll be taking on Husson, be another non-conference matchup. That'll be the next time that Keene is here at home. So a little bit of a road trip before that happens. After today, they will travel on Wednesday night down to Springfield, and no goal. Outside of the half circle, so no goal for Fitchburg, waved off. Now this coming Wednesday, they'll head down to Springfield, Mass to take on Western New England at Golden Bear Stadium. Kyle over here in the corner, I believe an alum of Western New England, nods on. Then they'll go, as mentioned, on Friday night down to Dartmouth to open up LEC play to take on UMass Dartmouth. And then they will travel to Northampton, Mass on Tuesday, September 23rd to take on Smith College. And then all that finally before they come back home to take on Husson Saturday the 27th here at the Owl Athletic Complex. So a little 3-game road trip. Keene State coming up, but again, 4 of their first 6 have been here at home. So finally making up with some road games. And then after that, they're actually going to have 4 in a row at home. So the Owls, plenty of home cooking coming up after that road trip. Goodwin takes it. Good pass up to Grace Bazin. Grace Bazin has a goal in this game. It was the second goal for the Owls. Inside, ball still on the ground and like off a foot. That's what the referee signals, and back to Fitchburg. Meanwhile, we'll take a little bit of a look at the road for Fitchburg State in just a moment. Sent up across past midfield. Fitchburg State, of course, in the MASCAC. Mary Furlings will come on in just a minute here for Keene State. But for Fitchburg State, they will actually open up their conference play on Tuesday night. They'll take on interconference rival Bridgewater State at home. So they'll try to get a little bit of revenge on the team who knocked them out of the MASCAC playoffs last year in the semifinals. Pass getting through to Seabury, almost kicked away there by Corcoran, but it ends up going wide. And when coming off, Furling's coming on.
I'm sorry, there was a huge beat up this morning. That's why I'm like having a hard
So Furlings will get her first look. Furlings, the freshman from South Grafton, Mass. Central part of the state. Sent across off the side of the net. And there was a little bit of confusion on both sides. I think Corcoran was confused why that wasn't called out of bounds. It was off the side of the net, but nonetheless, Fitchburg coming the other way. Here's Sophia Yates. Yates, nice pass through, but it's a little bit too strong and kicked out by Gorman. Owls have a couple goalies on this team. Of course, Gorman, their typical starter, and freshman Molly Diamondstein on the bench. Oh, and that one hit off of a Fitchburg player. And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage as a result. She gets back to her feet and gets a hand from the crowd here. That is Nola Patty, but luckily appears to be okay. Under 10 to go here in the fourth. Fitchburg trying to get on the board against a Keene State defense that has not allowed really any looks for them today. Just a couple here and there. Furlings back to Murphy. Murphy trying to get it upfield to Seabury. Kavanaugh off the stick there and taken by Seabury. Furlings with it. Around midfield, loses the handle, it goes out. So Coach Watson appears to be minutes from her 505th career win. Keene State trying to also stay perfect at home this year. With a win, they would move to 4-0 in that category as well. But going to have some tough home matchups coming up in over a couple weeks. Obviously, they're going to have Husson here on Saturday the 27th. Corner again for the Owls will be coming up. Take a look at Husson field hockey. Of course, another non-conference matchup. Husson actually has just played one game this season, and that was a while ago. That was Saturday, August 30th, Labor Day weekend. They lost to Skidmore College 7-2. Husson all the way over in Bangor, Maine. And Skidmore, that's quite a trek over from Saratoga Springs, New York. Ball going out of bounds. And this will go back to Keene State. Husson actually is in action right now at Bates. Bates ranked number 8th in Division III in the country over in Lewiston, Maine. And Bates right now leading that one 1-0. First things first, though, Owls trying to take care of business in these final minutes before they head down to Western New England this week on Wednesday. Over to Grace Bazin. Bazin sending it in. And this is going to be Owls ball outside of the circle. Lila Carr will come on for Furlings. Molly Diamondstein now is going to sub in for Claire Gorman in net, so suspect she will finish this game in goal.
Now we're going for the Owls, number
Gorman.
99, Molly Diamondstein.
does not allow a goal today in the start. Pass too strong and out of bounds there for Seabury. We tick down under 7 minutes to play. Not a great pass there, taken over by Bazin. Bazin over to Delanus. Owls will have it back outside the circle. Vidal sending it back in, couldn't get it quite through. And now trying to get it over to Kavanaugh, working against Murphy. Murphy sends it to Picard. Miranda coming off and MacDonald coming on. Vidal with it in her own zone. Sends it up there to Delanus. Delanus sending it in. Great pass to Grace Bazin, and Bazin finishes. Second goal of the afternoon for Grace Bazin, and it pushes Keene State's lead to 4. With 5:36 to go in the fourth.
Our goal scored by number 1, Grace Bazin.
And another tally this season for Grace Bazin. Her 12th of the season. So getting numbers 11 and 12 today. Owls, as a result, will get some more subs to probably finish out this game. Madeline Sylvester has already seen a little bit of action today, as well as Quinn Mayu also getting a look earlier. Over to Seabury. Owls with plenty of breathing room already, just trying to add on now. Carr battling for it there. Opposite O'Brien. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. In all likelihood, Keene State will pick up their 6th win of 25 and go to 6-0. Also stay unbeaten here at home. So Sylvester and Mayu both on. Whiffed on there by Seabury. Taken the other way. Now by O'Brien. It'll look now as a little bit of a preview for who Keene State will be facing up against next. That's, of course, Western New England on the road. Started their year 2-0, have dropped their last 2 against WPI and Smith. A couple of road games there as weaving through is Delanus, and a corner coming up for Keene State. They're underway right now. They actually are in action. They're now 3-2. They beat Hartford today on the road by a final of 5-0. So Western will be 3-2 heading into that one on Wednesday. And looks like, of course, Keene State will be 6-0. Picard sends it past the circle, out to Carr. Sylvester takes a shot. Out of bounds, and Fitchburg survives that one. Final 3.5 minutes in this one. Deflected out there by Castriato, opposite Michaela Quinn. Sent back up. And this will go back to Keene. Emma Bazin working there. Castriota looks like got deflected by a stick. Few Owls now waiting on the sideline. About to come back in. That's DiMatteo, Dickinson, and Piasecki. Carr able to keep that one in. Ref says play on. Emma Bazin weaving through.
Oh my God.
Sending in, hit that one near Castriota, and this will come back to Fitchburg State. About 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Owls led 1-0 at halftime, have piled on a total of 3 goals in half number 2. Couple goals in the third, and now 1 in the fourth. Goal scorers today for Keene. Elise Picard with 1. That got the Owls on the board first. Grace Bazin made it 2-0 as she comes off now. Kalina Piasecki within that very same minute in the third quarter made it 3-0 Keene. And Grace Bazin adding her team-leading 12th goal here in the fourth. And second of the day to make it 4-0. Almost the goal there as well for Lucy Dickinson. Minute and a half now under to go in this one. Castriota able to find DiMatteo. Up to Piasecki, under a minute to go in this one, and Keene State will be 6-0 on the season. And Fitchburg State will fall to 3-2. Of course, no conference games yet for these teams, but they'll open in that category this week. Murphy able to find McDonald. DiMatteo taking it, sending it into the circle. Another look kicked out by Corcoran. And yes, she's allowed 4 goals, but she has made some great saves as well today. We've seen a lot of Keene State chances. This game could have been far worse on the scoreboard. Final 10 seconds. This will remain with Fitchburg just sent up the field, and that will do it. Final seconds tick away. Keene State is 6-0 on 2025. A decisive 4-0 victory today over Fitchburg State. The Falcons will fall to 3-2 on the season. Owls really outplayed them all the way today, but some outstanding goaltending by Isabella Corcoran on the Fitchburg side kept them in it, at least in the first half. It was 1-0, but the Owls able to open it up quite a bit more in half number 2 and get the 4-goal win. All right, so we'll be back on here on Flow Sports in just a few moments. We'll have our post-game interviews with Coach Watson and a Keene State player. And we hope you stay tuned for that. But if not, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we'll see you in a couple Saturdays.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go into personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
The NCAA, driving change to do more for today's student athletes. The NCAA programs deliver $4 billion in scholarships every year. Those D1 scholarships are now guaranteed. Health and well-being services are mandatory. Student athletes get tutoring as well as financial literacy coaching because almost everyone is going pro in something other than sports. The NCAA, driving change to do more for today's student athletes.
New Car has over 1,700 pre-owned vehicles.
I worked in HVAC when I was in high school, and I really liked being on a job site. When Keene State came to my high school, the admissions counselor told me I could have a job on a job site and also make a difference on people's lives. He said being a safety engineer meant I could work with my hands, but also make sure that everybody was going to be home safely at the end of the day. The safety field is growing rapidly because companies are noticing that keeping their workers healthy means that they can keep their workers working. My plan is to graduate from Keene State so I can get back onto a job site as a safety engineer. It's great because there's jobs to choose from all over the United States, so I can basically go anywhere I want. Keene State is that happen.
This alumni game's gonna be a hoot. When do they do it? Now, as soon as they're gonna get dressed. Oh my God, look, they brought a little convertible. I know. Travis. Yeah, he's good too.
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
No, I've been gone a long time.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
All right, and after we had our interviews there with Elise Picard and Coach Watson after her 505th career win, we'll talk a little bit about what's to come this week in Keene State Athletics, at least as far as the Flow Sports side goes. So men's soccer will be home on Tuesday as they take on Endicott here at the Owl Athletic Complex. You can find that on Flow Sports. Women's soccer as well will be at Colby Sawyer on Tuesday night, although that one will not be on Flow Sports, but they are on right now on Flow Sports as they take on Eastern Connecticut, trailing 1-0. And finally, this week on Flow Sports, we'll have women's volleyball for you on Wednesday night as they take on Riviere. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this afternoon's broadcast. For Ryan Goodwin, everybody else on our crew, signing off. Keene State wins this one today 4-0 over Fitchburg State.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics Brawls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast